Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Vo. Today, I'm very honored to talk to you about the Vietnamese struggles in Houston, Texas. Since 1975, Houston hosted one of the largest Vietnamese population in the world. The Vietnamese people here has been called the model minority. We have done everything from astronaut to doctor, to teachers, to business owner, to nail salon, to cleaning industry, even to funeral director. We seem to be very seamlessly blend into the community. However, as a model community, most people don't know about our inner struggles. One of the most painful things that I experience in working with my clients, the Vietnamese population, is actually their struggle with immigration and naturalization services in Houston, Texas. So I'm going to talk about what kind of struggles Vietnamese people had in Houston, Texas with the government. Not too long ago, I was one of the people on a boat like this. As a little girl, leaving our country, I had my very first lessons in humanity, in the fabric of compassion and love and kindness in the world. We were very lucky to be saved by a West Germany ship, but I also received the other side of humanity as well, when there were so many ships that passing by us. If you have ever been in the ocean, in the simplest water with the blue sky and the infinite blue ocean, and you are in this tiny boat, like a little bamboo leaf, and then see all of these ships passing by without stopping and giving us even food or waters. So as a child, I learned that humanity has its backside, but it has this tremendous altruistic and beautiful side as well. So an inner voice told me, if I have an opportunity, I'm gonna give back. I'm going to be able to do something for my community, for the people that are voiceless, people that have no opportunity to talk to the government, to present themselves to the world. I want to remind all of us the foundation of our country, the United States, how it was founded. George Washington, I have always hoped that this land might become a safe and agreeable asylum to the virtuous and persecuted part of mankind, to whatever nation they might belong. John McCain, I want to urge Americans for as long as I can to remember that this shared devotion to human rights is our truest heritage and our most important loyalty. Our attitude towards immigration reflects our faith in the American ideal. We have always believed it's possible for men and women who start at the bottom to rise as far as the talent and the energy allow. Neither race nor place of birth should affect their changes. Robert F. Kennedy. More than any other nation on earth, America has constantly drawn strength and spirit from wave after wave of immigrants. In each generation, they have proved to be the most restless, the most adventurous, the most innovative, the most industrious of people, bearing different memories, honoring different heritage. They have strengthened our economy, enriched our culture, renewed our promise of freedom and opportunity for all. Bill Clinton. It says something about our country that people around the world are willing to leave their homes, leave their families, and risk everything to come to America. Their talent and hard work and love of freedom have helped to make America the leader of the world. And our generation will ensure that America remains a beacon of liberty and the most hope-filled society this world has ever known. George Bush. Mr. Speaker, our nation depends on immigrants' labor. And I hope we can create an immigration system as dependable as they are. Luis Gutierrez. So in our work as clinical professional, we work with the Vietnamese people who need disability waivers. Okay, these are the elderly, these are the intellectual deficits, these are the people with physical or psychological impairments. So these are people who have been in the country for at least 5 years, and now they're ready to step forward and to become U.S. citizen. And I want to remind all of us, these are not people that cross the border. These are not people that fresh off the boat. These are law-abiding citizens who have been dutifully paying taxes. Some have very successful businesses. Some have come in from all walks of life, doing all kind of works, benefiting the land of America. Okay. However, the greatest blockage, the portal gate to enter U.S. citizenship is the INS, or the Immigration and Naturalization Services. And in the past, when we were doing this, during the Obama government, 90% of the immigrants that we prepared the disability waivers got accepted because doctors' medical waivers are highly respected in the community. And we usually don't have any problem helping our citizens who have valid medical reason to become U.S. citizen. Nowadays, okay, only 50% of people that we help to prepare medical waiver got in. A lot of them get returned back. And these are some of the reasons why the INS denied. Okay. Why are so many Vietnamese people had traumatic brain injury? TBI is traumatic brain injury from wartime traumas, motorcycle accident, domestic violence, communist brutality. Why do so many of them have the same symptoms or diagnosis? Okay. So let me ask you, if you are interviewing a group of people who have been through Harvey, who have been through Katrina, they're all going to have post-traumatic stress. They're all going to have startled response, the intrusive thought process, nightmare, recurrent anxiety and depression. So would that be something that's insufficient to present if there's a group of people who went through the same experience, having the same symptom? It's very much like you telling the doctor, you have too many patients with flu. Why is that? Well, it's flu season. It's not the doctor's fault. Okay? So I'm going to talk about the Vietnamese experience, why so many of us have post-traumatic stress, so many of us have depression, anxiety, and traumatic brain injury. Okay. The second thing that the government returned the medical waiver is that what is an impoverished fund of knowledge? or illiteracy in one mother language have to do with one ability to learn or study for the citizenship exam. Okay. A lot of the Vietnamese immigrants that apply for citizenship, they are illiterate in Vietnamese. So basically what the government say is that what is illiteracy in Vietnamese have to do with the lack of ability to study for English. So you would think that is conventional wisdom. If you are impaired in one language, if you can't even recognize the letters in one language, it's going to be extremely hard to learn English. It's hard for us who are fluent in Vietnamese to learn English, much less someone who's not fluent in their own language. But I'm going to explain further the neurological factor behind the reason why if you are impaired in one language, most likely you're going to have a hard time to study another language.